At Proctor Public Schools, we're more than just a district. We're a journey. Every day, our teachers, staff, and students work together, building knowledge, confidence, and character mile by mile. From our early learners to our graduates ready for the world ahead, we're fueling curiosity, connecting ideas, and driving innovation, all while keeping our eyes on the horizon. Because here in Proctor, we don't just ride the rails, we are the rails, educating, engaging, and inspiring the next generation to go full steam ahead.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Rail Yard. Ted Keevan along with the one, the only Kyle Gustafson going to be with us tonight for tonight's matchup featuring the 4-1 Wolverines from Rock Ridge and our 6-1 Proctor Rails. Kyle, how you doing tonight?
Doing well. I had to coach earlier, but
doing some coaching earlier.
Doing some coaching.
Love that. You know, that keeps you, what's the word they like to say, spry?
I don't know if you'd say spry with me, but
well, hey, we got a big matchup here. Anytime you have the name Lampa, in a coaching lineup, you got to kind of go, I wonder what's going on and figure out what's happening because that's going to be a racehorse no matter
what,
sick or not.
Very true.
So this team that we're seeing tonight with the Lampolas, I know there were only 11 players at practice yesterday as they had a bunch of sick folks. But hopefully it looks like the coach brought them in, and here we go. We're going to get started. We got about 26 seconds. Anything you want to add before we turn it over to in-house?
No, I'm good right now.
All right. Well, we're going to turn this over to in-house PA, Mr. William C., for tonight's anthem, creed, and lineups. We'll be back right after that.
I got smart tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Proctor Public Schools, good evening and welcome to the Rail Yard for this evening's matchup between the Wolverines from Rock Ridge High School and your very own Proctor Rail! A reminder, Proctor High School encourages positive sportsmanship and behavior in their activities. Please encourage players and coaches to respect the decisions of the game officials. We are here to cheer for our team and the players that represent our school. We are not here to single out players from the other team and make them feel bad. Stay classy and act like y'all's families raised you right. And at this time, we ask that you please rise and kindly remove your hats as we have a moment of reflection for our past and present military men and women serving here at home and abroad. After that moment of reflection, we will play the national anthem. The officials for tonight's game as appointed by the Minnesota State High School League are Darren Sheldon, Adam Salo, and Charlie Hopperman. And now let's welcome tonight's starting lineups, and we will begin with the starters for the visiting Wolverines. Please welcome senior number 3, Maya Lampa. Senior number 5, Lexi Lampa. Senior number 14, Jacinta Wilcox. Senior number 21, Allison Anderson. Senior number 24, Liz Foltz. And the head coach for Rockridge is Byron Nagan. And now, let's meet the starters for your Junior number 2, Ellie B. Senior number 3, Chloe Carlson. Senior number 4, Lula Lee. Senior number 32, Anna Evans. Junior number 33, Peyton Walter. And the head coach for your Proctor Rails is Mr. Matthew Solberg.
So there you have it. There's your starting lineups on the way of the Wolverines. You've got the tandem of the law firm Lambda and Lampa. Then we jump down to Wilcox, Anderson, and Foltz. For the Rails on the other side, Pease, Carlson, Whitty, Evans, and Walker to start things out here, Coach.
Yeah, tonight I think it's going to be a little bit of a track meet. Probably a little bit of feeling it out here, seeing what each team is going to offer, but it should be exciting basketball nonetheless.
Should absolutely. It should be a good tilt, as it always here. The Rails come in ranked number 4 in the state here in Minnesota, and ready to put another win on the board here at home. Carlson and Wilcox are going to take the tip for the prospective 2 teams, and I'm hearing a bad hum. Are you hearing that hum? You hear that hum?
A little slight.
I'm hearing a slight hum. And the tip won by the Rails down. It's Pease. Pease up off the board for the first 2 of the game. So Pease on the board early, and it almost sounds really... I'm going to let you talk for a minute while I try to fix something.
Okay. Defense by Anna. Proctor, of course, in a man-to-man generally.
All right, we'll see. Is that better for me? Can you hear me better now?
I can.
All right, cool. That shot by Lample goes off and going to go almost out of bounds, and does. Last touch there by Anderson, and that's going to go the way of the Rails. So there's a turnover early here by the Wolverines. As Walker looking to get in, now into Carlson. Carlson getting pressured there by Lampa. Now across the stripe are the Rails. Now going to drive down into the paint. Right side block up off the glass, and just off the front iron, down with the rebound is Lampa. And that is going to be the Maya Lampa, and she'll bring it up into the front side of the court. Duran's right now going to drive in as her sister. Now that's going to be picked up there by Anderson. Back to Lampa. Lampa looking for a setup now, trying to get her players to move. Gets stuck on the left side corner. Now driving some construction. There's a turnover and a steal by Carlson up off the glass. Can't get it to fall, but she will draw the foul. And Lampa going to go with the foul in the early goings here of the first quarter, or first half, sorry.
Foul on Maya.
So that'll be your first team's first. Boy, I can hear that hum. I don't know what that is from. Ah, that's it. We found our source. We'll just set that back here. So Carlson hits the first of 2. And the second of two. The Rails are up early here, 4-0. Now Maya drives it. Pardon me, that is not Maya. That's Lexi. Drives it up the floor. Now going to give it off to Anderson. Anderson goes right side with it, and a little body check there by Whitty. And Whitty will draw her first foul. And that'll be a floor foul, and that'll be her first, team's first. So into the top side, trying to get a hand on it was Walker. But down with it is going to be Lexi. Lexi now turns right, now goes back to the right hand, now gives it off into the corner. Anderson going to drive the baseline, now gets stuck. Lampa for a three, that's short. And Whitty going to do a nice job boxing out on number 24, Liz Foltz, to make sure that possession goes out of bounds and the Rails get it. So nice turnover there. Here come the Rails, pressured again. Jump in anytime.
I'm letting you go.
Walker, that goes off the side of the leg, but up with it is Pease. Pease drives in, pushes it far to the corner, and gets it is Carlson, but now loses the handle. There's a turnover by the Rails, and this is going to be Maya Lampa. Lampa drives up off the glass, can't get it to fall, but right there to try to get that board was Wilcox, and she will draw the foul.
I think just out of bounds.
Oh, it did just, yep.
Poke away by Ellie.
Thank you, appreciate that. So no foul called there. And Maya in. This is Fultz. Fultz going to drive the paint, now pushes it out to Lexi Lampa. Lexi kind of chopped up. We could have a jump ball. No whistle. And able to keep it. Maya drives to her right side. Got Carlson there with 6 on the clock and on the board. 4-2. And the first 2 of the game for Rockridge. Carlson now up the floor. Drives right side. Looks for help. Has Pease to the top of the edge. Now back to the far side corner. This is Walker. Whitty takes a step, now drives into the inside, now into the corner. Pease for three. Big three, bingo. And we have our first bingo of the night. So Pease on the board with a 3.
Good spot up by Ellie.
Possession to Rockridge. Checking in for the Rails, number 1, Gianna Hansen.
I think the key for tonight is staying in front of these Lampa girls. I mean,
absolutely,
they're very shifty and get anywhere they want most often, I should say.
Absolutely. Fultz tries to drive around and does, and she's going to call it double dribble. Or as I like to say in our childhood, wubble wibble. The old people got that reference. Whitty now drives back. Now going to give it off to Walker. Walker will bring it up the floor. Defensively is Maya Lampa. Evans back to the top to Whitty. Inside to Evans. Evans just throws that up, and that's going to go up and out of bounds.
Too strong.
As she was trying the shot put skill here in the early goings. And also you can see on the floor for the first time this season, Gianna Hansen on the floor as she is now back out with the basketball team, and it's good to see her. By the way, not on your roster. And up off the glass there was Anderson. And that's going to go out of bounds off of Walker, and it'll stay with Rockridge. Lexi Lampa to inbound the ball, looking for somewhere to go. Now gets it high top side. This is Maya for 3, and she hits it. So Maya's going to have to be contested there. That can't be left alone. As that is not a shot you want to let go out this evening.
No, you got to fight through that. They're going to have, if not one, two girls setting picks for her.
And that's going to be a foul called on Lexi Lampa as she tried to set the body, was moving, and you saw Walker as she tried to go through there. It was like a hockey. She took an upper body check there. We're going to turn Mr. C down a little bit. So that'll be Lexi Lampa's first. Team's second. Carlson backs her down. Now looking for somewhere to go. Got Hansen at the top of the key. Top for 3. And just off the front iron. Hansen battling for it. Tried to get there and just wasn't able to. Kind of took a shot there a little bit by Brooklyn Smith, who's into the game now for the Wolverines, as well as Sophia Lampa. So a little bit of a change up for Rockridge. Far right side. This is Fultz. Fultz keeps it, now goes far. Errant pass. And right into the hands of Carlson. Carlson, a little twist and off the glass for 2.
Little razzle dazzle.
Same person for 3.
There we go.
And then Walker for 2.
Girls flying around.
Or
making things happen.
33 for 3. Or for 2, I'm sorry. It's all in numerical order.
Rails are up 11-5, 13:43. Timeout Rockridge.
So 11-5, and we got a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back right after a word from these sponsors.
In the Northland, with brands such as Illuma, Look, Pace, and more, we have a trailer for every need. Don't forget, we also sell and install snowplows for all vehicle types. Searching for a Mahindra tractor? We have you covered with over 8 different models in stock and ready to tackle projects of all sizes. Wittes Trailer Sales in Esco, where customers become friends.
At Proctor Public Schools.
Click on the 1. Click on that red 1.
Proctor Pizza and Sub Shop. Proctor Pizza offers.
All right, out of the timeout. Little technical difficulties. Gianna Hansen tried to go coast to coast. And a foul going to be called. And that's going to go against Lexi Lampa, and that'll be her second. And that's the piece you don't want to see between the 2 of them. They have 3 fouls, and you don't want to see that in this early in the game.
Exactly.
Walker hits the first.
They got to put pressure on those girls, though.
So P's back in. Hansen will take a break. And Walker will hit the second, and there are some subs. So Walker, Hawson, let's see who else we got. Jorensen. It's Jorensen. She corrected me today.
Oh.
I know. I said, yeah, so coach has been saying it wrong, too. He said, and she said, oh, boy. So, yeah, it's a J, not a G, but it's just different. So we're good. I apologize for both of us. Right side for a big 3 off the mark was Sophia Lampa, and down with it to the rail. Coming back the other way, this is Carlson. Carlson throws it far side, Pease into the corner. Coming back up and around, going to give it off. Hawson gives that back to Pease, up off the glass for 2.
Good drive, Ellie. Got to attack that girl. That's a matchup for that Ellie can take advantage of.
Free throw. Yep, there you go. And then who just hit that basket for them?
I was not paying attention to.
All right, we'll get that, but just give them 2 points. We'll give them 2 points later. So up and around now is Walker. Now back to Hawson. Hawson misses the dribble, and this is getting off to Jordan. Now back into Hawson for a 3. Can't get it to fall, but in the big hands of Pease, they're trying to get it down, and Lampa going to hang on to it, and we're not going to get a whistle. And coming back down the other way, Hadley Walker trying to get there defensively as Lampa almost lost a handle on it. This is Smith. Smith push it over to Lampa. Lampa drives towards the paint. Nowhere to go. Now goes far side into the hands of Sophia Lampa. Back to Maya. I'm just going to call him first name. Maya to Sophia. And this is picked up by Fultz. Fultz nowhere to go. And a nice take there by Johnson. And Hawson will bring it up for the rails. Gets to the block. Gets it off just a little too soft. Hits the front end, but picked up by Johnson for 2.
No, I'm just going to go Reese.
Are you going to just go Reese? Reese. Jorensen, 13 for 2. There you go. Far right corner. This one is pushed by Lampa. Lampa can't get it, and that's going to go off the waiting hands I thought that went off of Fultz, but they're going to say it went off. Nope, they're going to say foul. Got her on the arm. So that's going to go off of Pease. That'll be her first.
That's a tough foul.
Team second. Yeah, that's a tough one because I thought that was just a battle for the ball.
50-50 ball, yeah.
So that was a foul on
Steal by
Ellie.
Reese.
Yep, just okay. Yep, that's good. We'll get it later. Far right side, Pease back up top. This is Walker, gives it off. Couldn't hit it, and there's a turnover for the Rails. Down way low into the waiting hands of Quivola. Quivola can't get it to go, and Walker down with it. Walker to couldn't get it to go as Whitty was trying. Good battle there. Oh, and there's going to be a trip and a travel and a push, and Walker will get called for that. That'll be Peyton Walker, number 33. That'll be her first, team third. You can also always tell on who gets that foul by looking at the middle of the board where it says player foul. They'll always put it right there. Doing some teaching here as we're doing some things going on. So Maya into Lexi. Lexi will bring it up for the Wolverines. She tries to go right now left with Walker defensively. Now it gets stuck in her travel, nowhere to go, looking for help. And that's going to come way outside. Maya picks it up off the corner. And this is going to be a take. Here comes Reese. Reese driving down the roll. Takes the stop. Nowhere to go with it. Now gets the dribble back. Now going to go far side, and they're going to say a travel called on Reese as she was stuck right there.
Yeah, a little indecisive. Stuck in the blender.
Stuck in a blender, absolutely. So Maya gets it into Lexi. Lexi will be that one that'll bring it up the floor a lot of the times for the Wolverines. This is right side, now back. This is a little Lampa to Lampa back and forth. And now into the hands of Zika. Zika puts that back up to the top. Can't get that. The fall was Lampa, and down with it are the Rails. So the Rails with a rebound. And here comes Walker. Walker pushes outside. Hawson can't get it to fall.
That was Witt.
Pardon me, that was Witt, my bad. I didn't see her come in. There's Whitty. Whitty off the undernight, and just too hard for Walker, and that goes out of bounds. Another turnover for the Rails.
Back in the game,
So
Chloe.
Carlson back in, and Hadley Walker will take a seat. And going to go to the top side to Fultz are the Wolverines. Fultz will bring it up the floor for that for the white team today. Fultz inside, nice little pass there by Quivola, but that didn't hit, and here comes the Rails. Far side, nice pass to Hanson. Hanson was just a little too deep. Now back, Carlson for three. Can't get it, but right there, trying to make the rebound was Wentz. But I thought we might have another jump ball, but nothing doing. Here comes Lexi. Lexi Lampola, nice stop there defensively by Whitty. And in and out. Hanson down with the board. Loses it now with the Carlson. We talked about a track meet beforehand. Whitty just can't get it to fall. That ball by Zika being hit right in the hands of Maya. Go ahead, jump in.
A little iron unkind there.
Zika loses the handle. There's Gianna. Gianna Hanson defensively, nice job. Doesn't look like she's moved much of a step. And Whitty going to be called for a foul, and that'll be her first or her second, team fourth. Number 4, Whitty.
Checking over the rails in that foul, number 32, Anna Evans.
I guess this is the time of the game where the Rails need to make a little hay here. They're slowing them down. We're also not getting any points, so. Maya for 2.
So that ball almost lost, but picked up by Walker. Walker now going to dribble out. Now goes to the left side for Carlson. Carlson now going to take a step. Tries to go. Oh, she could have been called there, but got rid of it. Big 3 there by Walker.
Timeout, Proctor.
So big 3 there by Walker, and the Rails take a timeout. Let's thank our sponsors and our students we have working with us tonight. First, we got the Reed Foundation, the Rails Endowment for Academic, Art, and Athletic Development, Irving Community Club Polling for Kids, Tamarack Building Supplies on Highway 53 in Hermantown, Heritage Window and Door Superior, Wisconsin, Woodis Trailer Sales at Esco, Stream Dudes for all your streaming needs, streamdudes.com, Great Lakes Office Solutions, the Rob and Barb Shaler Charitable Foundation, Nemadji Golf Course, Audiology Concepts with 6 locations, Duluth, Grand Rapids, Forest Lake, Cambridge, Edina, and Burnsville. And, of course, our local sponsors, Proctor Pizza and Sub Shop, and as well as Troy Service Center, both Main Street Proctor. Thank you for all of our sponsors. Thank you to our students that we have here tonight. On our director-producer, Carter Ringo. On our cameras, Allison Arpke. Scoreboard, Ada Arpke. And our stats technician is Angela Sanoka. We want to thank them. Also want to make a big thank you to Tanner Hargraves. He was the one that produced our middle school band concert tonight, so thank you to him for being there for that. And also produced our, I don't know if you saw it, go back and take a look, but we also had a coin wars that we just did for buying toys for some of our families, and our principals ended up in the pool today, so go ahead and check that out. Nice take there by Chloe on the steal and the bucket, as she was right there defensively and got those 2 points. Chloe Carlson. Anderson gives this off into the corner. Now driving the line is Kolvala. Kolvala pushes it off to Lexi. Lexi up off the iron and gets it to fall. So here's something I'm going to say that doesn't get said very often. Lexi Lampa on the score sheet for the first time tonight, well over halfway through the first.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Lampa moves right. Go ahead.
It's going to be hard to keep her off the scoreboard.
Oh,
if she gets
100%.
going.
3 points for Zika. Zika for 3 from the far left corner.
3 points, Wolverines.
And Evans gives this off to Walker. Walker off to Hanson. Hanson drives top of the key. Now goes left side for Carlson. Carlson's got to give it back to Evans. Back to Walker. Into the corner for Hanson. Hanson lost the dribble. Now off to Walker. 14 on the shot clock. Inside. Now to Hanson. Hanson inside to Carlson. Carlson gets it, but no foul called there, as even from up here that looked like a foul. Nice job there by Carlson, trying to defensively get another steal and add to that stat pack. This is off to Lexi. Lexi now driving. Walker there defensively. Walker inside. This is given off to Anderson. Anderson gets it to fall. 21.
Very good cut by Allison.
So Anderson on the stat sheet for the first time tonight for 2. And Carlson will have it in the offensive side. Anderson goes far side to Hanson. Hanson back to Carlson, has to grab that one far away. This is Went. Went for 3, can't get it to fall, but Hanson there with the board and the putback just too hard. And Went with the putback, and down with it is going to be Maya Lampa. Lampa.
Rails cannot buy a bucket at this moment.
They got to find some of that confidence juice. As right there. Oh, that one's just too hard, right out of the hands of Kovala, and that out of bounds. P's going to come back into the game for the Rails, and back in for the Wolverines is Fultz. And number 14, Jacinda Wilcox is back into the game as well for the Wolverines. Walker looking for somebody. Nobody there, and that's going to... they're going to call the foul. That's going to go against Liz Fultz. That'll be her first, number 24. Team's 4th.
Foul, Rockridge, number 24, Liz Fultz, her first of the game, 14 foul. Non-shooting fouls. The Rails will hit back.
This being Gianna's first game back, see a little jitters.
A little bit, yeah. That's going to be just too hard, and that's going to go off the hands of Maya Lampa, and it'll stay green ball. Yeah, and that's that piece, right? And I talked with Gianna a lot last year towards the end of the season when they were starting to do some of the practicing and stuff for the flag football, and she was kind of finding some confidence. And I talked to her about soccer too. When she's out there and she's got that look of confidence, she's the athlete that she looks like.
Right.
We just got to get her to understand that she can be that good, and she can be the athlete and not be so concerned about what's happening around her.
Right. She has to be decisive, get after it right away.
100%.
Tentative, and it looks kind of shaky. I mean,
So
late sub.
Late sub Hawson going to come in for Walker. Walker will take a seat. And Lampa will inbound it, and does, right into the waiting hands of Zika, but that comes off the board. Hansen down with another great board and gets rid of it before the travel's called. Has Pease and Hawson on the other end. Hawson with the easy two.
Ladies.
And Ruby on the board for the first time tonight.
I should have been over back.
And there's a miss there by Anderson, and it's going to be rolled away, and Hawson going to come down with the board. Hawson across the stripe. She's there defensively with Zika. Zika trying to really pressure. Carlson. Carlson in the corner for Pease. Pease for three.
Come on, Ellie.
Bingo.
There we go. Bingo.
So Pease for three. And Pease leading the way with 10 points for the Rails.
Rails up 11.
Lampa moves right side. Now comes all the way across into the hands of Anderson. And Anderson with a nice little floater for two.
They run a lot of actions like Mountain Iron. I think their head coach is actually from Mountain Iron.
And there's Evans for three. Evans, Anna. So down with the board is Evans. Here comes Evans on the offensive side. She stops, she turns, she looks for Carlson, gives it off. And Maya Lampa there defensively. Oh, being wrapped up was Hawson. Now going to come the board, and they're going to say that Carlson stepped out on that sideline. And coming back in is going to be Reese. We'll go with that. Also looks like Lexi Lampa back in as well. Also Sophia Lampa coming back in, and as well as Kovala coming back in for Rockridge as well. So Coach Byron basically doing a four-person swap with leaving Maya on the floor. And Maya will probably be my guess to be the next one that's going to be able to take that break. So Lexi Lampa brings it up to the floor for the Wolverine, gives it off to Maya. Maya's there. Defensively is Carlson.
Trying to get that elevator screen.
Good, almost take. Now, they're going to say that Hawson had it, but it's out of bounds. So it'll stay with Rockridge. But what a hustle there
play
by Hawson.
That's the name of her game. She keeps doing that, she's going to be hard to take off the floor.
Yeah, she is. Again, we talked about her last game and that whole theory, her and a Walker of that Lily Smith kind of lunchbox player. Brooke Smith back into the game now, and there's another turnover for the for Rockridge. Far side, Pease goes way up high on the pass from Carlson. Now goes far side to Reese. Reese looks for it. Now turns again, gets to the block, and soft up. Can't get it, fall too hard. Down with it is going to be Lexi Lampa. Lampa brings it into the offensive side. Hawson right there. Getting a hand on it was Reese. Jorgensen on the hand, and no one there for the receiving of the pass by Lexi, or by Maya, I'm sorry.
They're definitely trying to get it down low now. Two girls posting up on each side of the lane. It was there.
It was definitely there, just not going to happen as they couldn't get through because of the defense. Hawson. There's a nice turnover and steal by Lexi. Lexi licensed off, in and out, gets her own board. No, she does not, as she could hang on to it, and Carlson down with it, and now forward to Reese. A nice back to Carlson. Carlson just too hard off the glass as she was falling forward.
A lot of bunnies missed tonight.
Lampa, soft touch, can't get it to fall, and down with it again is Jorgensen. Jorgensen drives, hits the stripe, now pushes out to Pease. Pease for three, and can't get it to fall. And again, like you just said a little bit ago, Rails just cannot buy a bucket. Nice save there on the lack of a travel by Lampa. That's Sophia. Maya. Maya moves right side, looking for something to happen, looking for Lexi to kind of streak through. Lexi's looking like, why not? This is Brooke Smith down low, just can't get it. Down with it is Pease. Pease loses it off the handle, and picking it up is going to be Sophia. And there's another turnover, and in the way on that pass was Carlson. Carlson going to drive, try to take those steps, and can't get it. And they're going to say jump ball, and the arrow belongs to the Wolverines, so it'll go the way of the white.
That looked like a foul of some sort.
Well, when she came through and she took the Euro, tried to start that Euro step, and she was kind of held down, you would have thought there was something there. But you got to admit, we got 5 fouls on the way of the Rails and 4 on the way of the Wolverines. They've been letting them play.
That's all you want as a player. You know, it's
let them play.
Even they know how it's being called. No ugliness or.
And right as we say that,
Personal foul, number 34, Hadley Walker.
so that's going to go on Hadley Walker, number 34. That's her first, team's 5th, but it'll be a shooting foul. So going to the line, shooting 2 is going to be Sophia Lampa. And she misses the first. Oh, pardon me, that is not Sophia. That's Megan Zika. And she misses the first. Sorry, that was Zika, number 11. I apologize.
1:19 left in the first half. Rails up 12.
Oh, we haven't even put our score widget up. That's crazy. I would have been saying a lot of score. We'll have to fix that for you, folks. I didn't realize that they didn't have the score widget up. We'll get that fixed for you. Let's see. Zika missed the second as well. So looking in is Evans. Evans is right there. We're going to call jump ball. That'll stay the way of the green.
Jump ball. Possession goes to the Rails.
I do apologize. I didn't see that we didn't have a score widget up, so we'll get that fixed. People are like, what's the score? 30-18, your score here, Rails up. Nice inbounds. That's going to be white out of the hands and going to stay with the green. Oh.
Foul on 11.
Yeah, and that's going to be a foul on Zika. That's Zika's first, team 5th. Zika. Foul. Yep. So really putting a lot of pressure on are the Wolverines as they put that full court. And now here comes Hadley Walker. Walker pushes that down into the waiting hands of Reese. Just can't hang on to it or get to it. And that'll be a turnover. And that'll be a turnover and go the way of Rock Ridge.
Back into the game,
we turned it over.
Coming in for Zika.
Maya Lampa looking for help and finally gets it. Fultz will bring it up the floor. Pease there on the defensive side. The thing that you can tell about this team is that there is a lot of ball handling, and that's going to be Brooke Smith for 2.
Brooke Smith, 2 points, Wolverines.
So Brooklyn Smith for 2 on the board. And Carlson, 25 on the clock, 30-20 your score. And there is going to be a turnover as going and getting that loose ball was Fultz. Here come the Wolverines. This is what the Royals do not want to do, is start giving up. Oh, she was standing out of bounds. And finally, the official saw it. Going to be a turnover, go the other way. So there is a turnover against the Wolverines.
That was not even close. It was a good 1.5 out of bounds.
Yeah, that was crazy, yeah. And even from that view, the fans at home probably saw that as well. Carlson going to push it way hard into the other side. Push it out in the corner. This is to Pease. Pease couldn't hang on to it, but keeps it. Now to Evans. Jorgensen. Carlson steps back, looks for help, has Pease. Pease going to drive towards the block. Up off the glass, just too hard. Into the waiting hands of Zika. And they're going to call foul on Pease. That'll be her second, team 6th.
Actually, it's on Hadley.
Oh, they called it on Hadley? That'll go on Hadley Walker, not on Pease. That would be Hadley's second. That is correct.
7 seconds remaining.
So the Wolverines battling back into this one. And in and out on the miss is Zika. Zika's tough time from the stripe tonight. He just throws it up, and that's going to be your halftime score, 30-20. And We're going to let you guys hear from our sponsors, and then we're going to come back. We're going to get our score widget fixed since we don't have a score widget. And then we'll come back and we'll get some things going on. But we'll be back after we hear from all of our sponsors. We'll be back right after this.
Baked pizza, unbaked pizza, subs, tacos, wraps, salads, tater tots, nachos, burritos, and more. Proctor's local family business for over 35 years. Proctor Pizza offers brand new monthly specials, such as the taco pizza, bacon cheeseburger pizza, Hawaiian pizza, and more. Proctor Pizza.
We want students to be creative thinkers. We want them to be innovators. We want them to be problem solvers. And we want to provide them the space and the ability to be able to create things and design things and manufacture opportunities within this community. And so Pathways allows them the space and the creativity to be able to really hone in on their strengths and their abilities to make a difference in the world.
We talk about Proctor Pathways, we talk about building a culture. And this culture is all about providing those opportunities for our students to graduate with a plan instead of just planning to graduate, and to understand how what they're learning in their everyday classes applies to what they want to do after high school. We have business leaders from throughout our community reaching out to us, and as a result our students are getting opportunities to go and do internships, job shadows, and get their hands dirty in places that we didn't even think would be possible.
Students, we see them in the 9th grade, they may not be engaged in the traditional track. Then when you start finding the trades, such as culinary or welding, they're the hands-on kind of students, and we just see a transformation where now they're engaged in coming to school versus not coming to school before, being late to class, or actually being early to class and wanting to stay late.
There's so many different paths to choose from that it does keep them interested. One day they might be learning how to write a resume. The next day they're hearing from a speaker from an industry they never heard of.
We allow students to try as many different opportunities as possible. So we don't lock a student into a specific path or specific pathway. We allow them to pick and choose different experiences because we believe that exposure is incredibly important.
You can do any different job shadows, you can go college tours, you can do pretty much anything that you probably wouldn't do anywhere else.
If you want to do a career that needs 4 years of college, awesome. We have support, we have resources, we will help you do those things. If you want to join a trade, we have resources, we have those connections and networking opportunities for you. And so it really helps all students figure out what they want to do and then prepare them for that.
Our community has really embraced the fact that what we offer here for our students is vital to the health of our society and our community. So we want to make sure that we're up to the challenge of making sure our students are ready. Those combinations and partnerships with our business community are helping equip us to be able to do that for our students.
We believe in helping each other to be better, to live fuller, and hear more. Our knowledgeable team delivers the best experience in hearing healthcare, and through our individualized approach that combines cutting-edge practices with the latest technologies, we
Timeout call by Rock Ridge.
Just in case. All right, sorry about that, folks. Timeout call by Rock Ridge. Not sure why, what happened. I was trying to fix the score with you because we said we would get that fixed, and we did. Kyle, what happened there? 'Cause that was a quick timeout.
Good question. I was checking things out here. So
I got you. All right, well, let's talk about some points right now. Leading the rails on the way, LEPs with 10, Walker was 7, Carlson was 6. Also on the other side, you got Maya Lampa with 7 and Allison Anderson with 4, as that's the kind of the order that they're in, 30-20 here. We do have a score widget up now, so that's a positive. And here we are back underway.
Is that Lexi Lampa with only 2?
That is Lexi Lampa with only 2 on the board at this time.
That does not happen.
Right, we talked about that in that first half. This is Maya up off the glass, can't get it to fall, but Pease had it in her hands, but taken away. This is Lexi, as we were just talking about, but big block there, big pickup by Anderson. Anderson for 2 here in the early going second half.
Allison Anderson, 2 points. Wolverines.
That was a big swing. I was almost 2 points the other way, and good deflection.
So looking like the Wolverines coming out to put some pressure on. Evans gives up that dribble, has nowhere to go with it. Now it's going to go over. Now turnover on the rails, and here comes. That's a tough shot there by Fultz, but gets it back is Lexi, and Lexi Lampa gets 2.
Carlson over to Evans, over to Whitty.
Thank you.
Peyton backs it out. Chloe looking for someone. Good cut by Peyton.
So Walker for 2.
Walker.
And here come the Wolverines. Maya drives towards the block, throws it up. Trying to hope and a prayer. Swinging at it was Evans. Evans couldn't get a hand on it, but putting it in is Lexi Lampa. You talked about Lexi. It was almost like we woke up a demon.
That we did.
Here comes Carlson, right side. Far side to Whitty. Whitty back to Walker, back to Carlson. Carlson inside. Evans for 3.
And,
can't get that to fall, but Whitty right there with the board, and she's going to drive out. Now put it back. This is Carlson. And going to take that charge is Wilcox.
That was a charge.
Number 3, Chloe Carlson, her first personal foul.
So that's going to go against Chloe Carlson. That'll be her first, team's first.
You can see that coming, though.
Absolutely. Going to be a little more dicey on his side. We'll see how the officials call it. Maya Lampa. She's got help now. Big 3 by Maya. Can't get it to fall. Evans tries to get a hand there again, but following that shot and putting it back is going to be Maya. So Lampa for 2, and what was a 10-point lead is now 4. Whitty gives this off to Walker. Walker going to dribble it back top. Whitty. Evans. Down to Carlson. And turning and firing. And not getting that to fall was Walker, but waiting was Lexi Lampa. She gets it in her hands, and here comes Fultz. Fultz loses the handle on it, and that one's going to scot by. Maya to Lexi. Lexi driving. Now it's going to go far side into the hands of Fultz. Fultz can't get it to fall, and there we're going to have a jump ball, and that's going to go the way of the green.
We have a lot of girls attempting to box out and never going to the ball.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lackadaisical piece of sorts, if you will.
I mean, they're doing their job, but only 50% of it.
Amen. Got to box out, then get that board. And looks like the Wolverines will back off on that full court pressure that they were showing towards the end of the first. Again, 4-point lead was 10 at the start of the half. Walker for 3. Bingo.
There we go.
So Walker with a big 3 to add.
And a deflection.
And a big deflection. Coming back into the game is Zika and Smith for the Wolverines. Taking a seat is going to be Anderson and Wilcox. Lexi Lexi up over half court, looking for somewhere to go. Driving. Tries to put some spin on the ball into the waiting hands of Maya. Carlson there. Lexi goes far side. This is into the hands of Zika. Zika gives it back off. Lexi looking for somewhere, gets it up off the glass, can't get it to fall, but P's right there for the board. P's going to run it all the way down, get into the offensive side. Carlson all alone in the corner, can't get that to...
Yes,
she does. So Carlson for 3.
You bite your tongue.
Hey, if I would have said in, it would have gone, it would have missed. There's a block underneath by Smith, but able to pick it up with P's. And Lexi, Lexi coming out with a severe revenge piece of what happened in the first, into the corner. Carlson for 3 again. Bingo.
There we go.
And timeout going to be taken by the Rails. And let's just kind of rehash what we've seen here in these first almost 5 minutes. We come out, we get, both of us are working on something. I'm working on a score widget, you're working on whatever. And all of a sudden we hear timeout, Rockridge. And we're only like 14 seconds into the half. We got a 10-point lead. And then all of a sudden,
4 points.
all of a sudden it's 4, and we're sitting there going, what's going on here? What is this about? And now the Rails, a couple 3-pointers back to back, I talked a little bit ago about LEPs being that scoring leader, and within almost 5 minutes or so, Chloe Carlson up there with 12.
Yeah, I mean, there was, 6 minutes in? Or
almost 5, right?
Almost 5 minutes in. It was about 3 minutes ugly and 2 minutes of finally waking up in the second half.
So out of the timeout that the Rails took, good defense there by Walker. Walker's back down by Lexi. Lexi Lampa pushes down.
This is a really good battle here.
This is a great
it's
battle.
One-on-one.
And there's a miss. Being able to roll off the pick or the box out was Fultz. Fultz goes and gets that board. And now this is into the corner. This is going to be Zika. Zika lost the hand, now gets it back. Now back to the top side to Maya. Maya for a big, long 3 off the front edge of the iron. Down with it is Hawson. Hawson back into the game for the Rails. Now going to come back the other way. Hawson gets it off. Has nowhere to go, and that tipped out of her hand. And instead of letting it go, Coach Solberg can take a quick timeout and try to fix a couple things. Shall we thank our sponsors?
We shall.
Let's thank our sponsors for allowing us to do what we get to do. The Reed Foundation, the Rails Endowment for Academic Art and Athletic Development, Irving Community Club Bowling for Kids, Tamarack Building Supplies, Highway 53 in Hermantown, Heritage Window Door, Superior, Wisconsin, Woodis Trailer Sales at Esco, Stream Dudes for all your streaming needs, streamdudes.com, Great Lakes Office Solutions, the Robin Barb Shaler Charitable Foundation, the Magic Golf Course. Hit them up on Friday night this week for their fish fry. It is amazing. And while you're there, swing some clubs. 2 simulators going on over there, about $35 an hour, and that's an hour, not per person. Go on over, take a foursome, cut that down to nothing, and get your swings on. Audiology Concepts with Duluth, 6 locations: Duluth, Grand Rapids, Forest Lake, Cambridge, Edina, Burnsville, and our local sponsors, Proctor Pizza and Sub Shop and Troy Service Center, Main Street, Proctor. Thank you to all of them for all they do for us. Out of the timeout, here's Walker. Walker now moves left, go back to the corner, now moving back to the top side. Gives this off to Carlson. You got Hawson, Carlson, Walker, Reese, and Hansen on the floor for the Rails. Lampa.
Oof. Like a fall.
Zika up off the glass, just too far, too deep, but there's Reese. That height, that pays off, that we haven't had in a little bit, and this is a big 3 attempt. Can it get the ball? Carlson, little dainty underneath, but tried to get it to fall, but can't. And now, nice takeaway, gets that dribble off to Hansen. Hansen looks inside to Reese. Reese pushes out, can't get that to fall. Hansen down with another big board. It's one of the things that they've been lacking, in my opinion, is a little bit of that aggressiveness for that. There, that's going to be taken out, and Hawson going to keep it. Is that
10 seconds
that board rebound piece, and you're seeing that with Hansen on the floor. Very, very active going and getting that ball.
Yeah, when you got Reese being active and Gianna and Peyton, I mean, they're a quick trio.
So Anderson back on the floor for the Wolverines. Folt's going to drive right down the paint. They're just going to let her, and now that's going to be pushed back upside. This is Maya Lampo. Maya moves to her right-hand side and now has to go back door to Lexi. Back into the corner. This is Anderson. Pardon me, that was Foltz. Foltz stuck in the corner. Anderson going to drive towards the paint. Now looking for someone to go. Spins underneath. This is Lexi. Lexi too hard, but Reese down with the board. Walker will bring it up the floor. Gives this off to Carlson. Carlson now uses the dribble. Now moves to her left side.
Lots of hand checks.
Inside. Nice job there by Lampa. And a nice job there by Reese. That'll go off the hands of Reese. And it'll stay with the way of the white. Hadley Walker will come in for Peyton Walker. That'll be your substitution for the Rails. Oh, almost touched that end line. Was Anderson or Foltz. Foltz going to run coast to coast. And nice way to get a hand in there was Gianna Hansen, but following that shot was Foltz, and she got her own board. Another big defensive board there by Hansen, and Carlson will slow things down and bring it back into the offensive side for the Rails.
Still 41-28, about 10.5 left.
Hawson moves left side now, drives towards the paint, takes a step off the glass for two.
There we go.
And
good
Hawson
job, Ruby.
Doubles it up, and here comes Lexi. Lexi stops, turns block, can't get it to fall, and down in the hands of Reese. But you had Reese and Hansen there, far front corner. This is going to be a nice little pass by Walker, or from Carlson to Walker. So nice job there to put 2 on the board. Hadley on the board for the first time tonight. That pass was meant to go inside to Lexi, but got a hand on it, and that was Anderson. Anderson can't get it to fall, and down with the board was Walker, but had it taken away by Lexi. And now after the shot, a little late on that call, I think. Had to think about it, and I, as an official, have always been the one that if you got to think about it, it's probably not a foul. But that foul is going to go against Jorgensen. That'll be her first, team second, and at the line is Lexi. That's Lexi Lampa.
They definitely, Proctor, once we get those rebounds, need to snatch it right to their chest.
Get those arms out. Don't flail, of course. We see like we used to be able to do, where we didn't get called for doing the flail.
23, Marlene
Kaivala. At least that's what I was told by Coach. Hopefully I'm not saying that wrong. And Lampa hits the second one. So Lexi Lampa, who had 2 points in the first, has 6 points here in the second. And he got a 45-30 game, 15-point lead as the Rails work to get it. Now, little full court pressure here by the Wolverines. A little softer on that far side is Lampa. That's Sophie. Defensively there on Hawson. Hawson now going to turn left side. Gives this off to Carlson. Carlson goes right now, going to try to come back left. Gives it off to Hansen. Hansen drives towards the block, up off the glass, and going to draw the foul. And that is going to go against Sophie Lampa. That'll be her first, team's first.
I've noticed with Maya, she's getting pretty handsy. Getting pretty close to getting a couple more fouls. But I think all of them are.
Hansen hits the first one and finds the board for the first time tonight. She is not on there, so just give it to anybody for now. So Lexi Lampa in. She had a quick break there, and Maya Lampa out. And Hansen will attempt to clean up the 2-pointer, and she does.
I think this will be a very short-lived break for
Lampa.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with that. So Foltz will bring it up the floor for the Wolverines. She moves to her left side, gets up and around Walker. Gives this off. This is up off the glass. Can't get it to fall was Wilcox. And down with it is Hadley. Hadley Walker, and they're going to call a jump ball as she got it. She did do the right thing there. She got tight to the chest. Didn't get those wings out, but tried to rip it away and keep it theirs. But that is going to be the way of the Wolverines. Nice block there by Carlson. Carlson says, not in my house.
Yeah, she had nowhere to go. I mean, she was a trio of Wolverines.
Far left
encapsulated.
corner is Fultz for 3.
3 points, Wolverines.
Now Hawson will bring it up. Fultz and Lampa. Lampa, Anderson, and Cuevola. Carlson for 3. Gosh, she's on fire.
Carlson, 3 points for the Rails.
Chloe's on. Chloe is on.
That's 100%. And they're going to say a carry there by Fultz, so that'll be a turnover and go the way of the Rails. And Hadley Walker will put it in play for the Rails, and here comes Carlson.
Rails currently up 50-33.
Yeah, whether either one of the Carlson sisters, if they were on, whether it was Hope or Chloe, if they got on, they were on. Went for 3.
Jenna, there we go.
They called that a 3. So Jenna went on the board now as well for 3, as the Rails will try to keep this lead here out from 15 to 20, but off the glass is going to be Lexi for 2.
Funny, Maya's coming back in.
That's a good joke, which is not a joke, but it's a great punchline. Walker now going to come back, gives this off to Carlson. Carlson drives just inside, 17-footer for 2.
Chloe Carlson, 2 points for the Rails.
So Lexi Lampa will drive in, now gets to the block, throws it up off the glass, or doesn't even get to the glass, but that's a nice 2 by Lampa.
That was an excellent crossover.
Rockridge will take a timeout real quick before we thank our sponsors. Let's talk about our students here. I want to thank you, say thank you to our director-producer, Carter Ringo, for being here, doing his thing. Allison Arpke on the camera. On our scoreboard is Ada Arpke, and on our stats is Angela Sanoka. Also over doing our band concert tonight for our middle school was Tanner Hargraves. Thank you to him for all of his work today. And just all around, a great group of students this year for Rails TV, and hopefully we'll just get a bunch more broadcasts going on and see what we can do. Let's see. Tomorrow we get a break.
Tomorrow's a break.
But tomorrow, on Thursday, we are right back here with boys basketball versus Rockridge.
Ooh.
So that'll be a good matchup here. The boys,
their first victory.
They're dealing with some injuries. I know they're down in Esco tonight. That should be a tough matchup down there. As well, I hate to say it, but it's Esco.
They're never bad.
They're never bad.
They're never bad.
And so hopefully we'll see some good stuff come out of there, but some young. I was talking with Coach Lipinski the other day, and just talking about the young talent that they got coming up here in the next couple of years that are going to make the Rails a pretty tough team. So out of the timeout taken by Rockridge, Rails possess the ball. Whitty, top of the key, gives us off to Evans. Walker. We are back to our starting 5, except for Carlson, and in for Carlson. Nice interception there, brought in by Fultz. Fultz going to try to go coast to coast. Now know where to go with the ball. That's not Fultz. That's Cuevola.
Good hands by Hadley.
Cuevola trying to go somewhere with it, and a foul going to be called. And I think that's going to go. It's either Pease or Walker. One of the two. It is going to go against Pease. That'll be her third. Team's third. And again, just one of those things that when we start talking about fouls and what's going on here, not a lot of fouls called on tonight. Cuevola hit her first, and she's on the score sheet for the first time tonight.
Yeah. 3 second half fouls for Proctor and 1 for
and 1 for them. Yep. Now it's going to come off. Pease down with the board. Now she's going to do her part to drive back to the other side. And she gets across the stripe. This one's pushed right side. Whitty now going to come back towards the top, and I had her arm hit as she was passing that off, but Evans right there to get it. And a good body check there by the Wolverines. Nice inside. This is Walker up off the glass, can't get it to fall, and that was tipped, but into the wrong hands. And here come the Wolverines, and that's going to be 2 points for Fultz.
That was an excellent drive.
Liz Fultz, 2 points, Wolverines.
So Whitty will bring it up, and that's going to go off the hands of Fultz and go out of bounds.
Got Chloe coming back in.
Chloe coming in, Whitty taking his seat.
When you look at the makeup of this Rockridge team, they got 6 seniors, 1 junior,
and the rest are
5 sophomores and 6 freshmen.
Sounds like a build to me.
I mean, those younger girls are not too shabby. They'll be a force to be reckoned with soon enough.
Carlson. This is into Pease. Top end to Evans. Evans over to Walker. Hadley Walker being defended there by Lexi. That's got to tell you something as well with what their defensive matchups are. The fact that they're putting Lexi Lampola on Hadley Walker, that's got to tell you something.
Yeah, I mean, too, you got to give her some time off of, she's been generally on Chloe for the most part, but you got to give her some off time, too, to be able to catch her breath a little bit.
So bringing up the floor, Zika. Zika up across the stripe. Nice little hand check there against Hadley. Nothing called. Now, nothing called there either. I could have called a foul against Hadley there, but the officials do not, and I can't officiate from up here. You saw a foul there too, right? Okay, good. I just want to make sure I wasn't the only one. They're going to say a floor foul going to be called, no shot. And that's going to go on Zika. That'll be her second, team second.
We definitely were on the backside of that call, but yeah, it definitely looked like there was some contact made. But
well, you can't get them all. Walker for 3, just long and far side. Down with it is going to be Lexi. Now Maya. Maya brings it up and tries to go coast to coast and can't get it to fall, but Evans lets it go right in front of her. And up off the board is going to be Kovala. Kovala is starting to get warm here. Kovala.
Rails only up 13.
So what was a 20-point lead is being cut into here. Rails started out as a 15-point lead and then kind of changed. Or a 20-point lead, sorry. Carlson now drives back, now turns. Up off of that big hammer, no foul called. That's going to be a miss, and that's going to be picked up by Wilcox, who gives it up to Lexi. Lampa, good job there by Walker. Walker kind of gets in the way, and Hadley, good stiff movement there, nothing going. Pease, here comes Pease, going to be fouled, no, but get the 2. Pease on the score sheet for the first time in the second half. Pease had 7 in the first, now adds another 2. Nice handoff there to Maya. Maya's going to try to drive into the paint and does not stop. And that's just too hard. And that's going to go the other way, and that's going to be a foul against Lexi. That'll be her 3rd. Team's 3rd.
Third foul of the game, 13 foul and a half. Non-shooting fouls for relevant foul. Check for the Wolverines, number 21, Allison.
It was a great drive by Maya, but way too easy.
Right, agreed.
Open the floodgates. And
good thing that it didn't go in, because you're right. That was just too easy.
Good defense by Allison Anderson there.
Yep, Anderson back in the game along with number 14, Jacinda Wilcox. Carlson now gets it in from Walker. Looks for help. Walker going to bring it up the rest of the way. Wolverines push back. This is Carlson into the corner to Hanson. Hanson drives the edge. Oh, that goes off the hand. Oh, no, soft pass. But Walker tries to get the drive. Can't get it to go.
That was a good
and
take.
down with it is Anderson. Going back the other way. Lexi drives to the block. Top of edge of it. And nothing there. And that's going to go out. And they're going to say that went off of Walker. And Hadley Walker will come out, and Reese Jorgensen in. So Jorgensen into the game as the Coach Solberg looks to put a little bit of lunchbox mentality onto the floor. Nice drive there by Anderson. Anderson can't get it. Now here comes Carlson. Carlson stops, gives it off to Gianna Hanson. Hanson steps back, now going to be pressured. And she gives this off to Walker. Walker going far side. Hawson. That's a fun name to say. Did you ever know that? Hawson hit hard as she goes through. Will go to the line and shoot 2. And that foul is going to go against number 13. No. 14. That's going to go against Jacinda Wilcox. That'll be her first, team's 4th. Jacinda Wilcox for a foul, number 14.
In for the Wolverines, number 24, Liz Holtz.
She hit the first one?
I
think she did. Did she hit the first one? I think she hit the first one, missed the second one because it was a 1-on-1, right? No, she was in the act, so no.
Chloe in the corner, yes.
So it would have been Hawson for 1 for a free throw, and then Carlson just hit a 3. Foul going to be called there, but it's Hawson. And shooting 2 is going to be Maya Lampa.
I think there was a good defense, except for, as she was going up, she kind of went underneath her a little bit.
Right.
A little undercut.
And someone that doesn't tend to miss free throws when they get to the line is Maya Lampa, so I expect her to hit both of these. The knot right there is
jinx.
That's what we would call a good foul. And hopefully Chad's listening and heard me call it that. Fultz for 2. Good into Hanson. Hanson has help far side. Now gets trapped on the sideline. Looking for somewhere to go. Now comes back Carlson. Top side to Walker. Walker looks back to Carlson. Carlson looks for help. 23 on the shot clock. Steps through. This is Hawson. Hawson for 3. Can't get it to fall. And nobody after it, but picking it up is going to be Lexi Lampa. Lampa up off the glass for 2.
Lexi Lampa, 2 points. Wolverine.
61-47.
So we got a timeout taken here. Go ahead.
Nope, go ahead.
We got a timeout taken here by Rock Ridge. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back right after this.
Proctor Pizza and Sub Shop. Proctor Pizza offers baked pizza, unbaked pizza, subs, tacos, wraps, salads, tater tots, nachos, burritos, and more. Proctor's local family business for over 35 years.
So Chloe's on the board for 20 tonight so far. That's a pretty good night. Lexi fought back from 2 points on the board to 13 right now. But Fultz the same way. I mean, just the deal. But the difference is this. The difference that I see is that, see how far down these 2-pointers go?
Yep.
And their bench stops 3 players shy. Our bench is just deep.
Right.
Yeah.
When you have to literally, quite literally, guard 12 people instead of 5. Makes your life a little bit more difficult.
Wake it up. Click it and wake it up. Hit number 2.
Jump ball.
Jump ball. Possession Rails.
Possession Proctor.
So it is Proctor number 2, LEPs.
LEP's back in the game. We got Peyton, Lola, Chloe, Ellie, and Ruby Hassan.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. He lost the mouse, or the cursor as the kids call it.
Oh.
24. That is Fultz. Fultz going to get a foul call. That'll be her second. Team's 5th. Whitty from the pass from Carlson will now bring it up. Now she's going to be pressured. Now that's a nice little pace there. Oh, P should have popped that. She had all day long. I understand they're playing the game, but
We are going to milk this clock, I think, for at least until about 8 seconds left.
Might as well, right? Now we go. You can hear Coach Whitty up off the iron. Can't get it to fall, but down with it was Anderson. Maya can't get that to fall.
Rails up.
And Carlson gets it. Go ahead.
14, 61, 47.
So Rails trying to move to 7-1. Again, a tough squad here in Rockridge. And I'll give them all a little bit of leeway in the aspect of, I know that's a foul on Maya, her first, team sixth. Pardon me, her second. Team sixth. They're fighting a sickness on that bench. And, you know, I talked with Coach Solberg before the game, and he even talked about, you know, only having 11 players at their practice yesterday out of their whole roster, and how he would rather face this team healthy, you know, at 100%. And we get that, and we'd rather see that too, because that only allows us to be better.
Block. And
that'll be a block, and that's going to be taken by Fultz. That'll be her third, team seventh. And go to line is going to be Walker. That's Peyton Walker, not Hadley. Say hello to the Pagachniks that are leaving. I didn't get a chance to say hi to Jamie and them, but they're on their way out. Thanks for coming in and supporting our Rails. Hopefully maybe Becky will see me if she looks back over here. I'm waving like a madman.
You just look like a lunatic.
You know, I do. Whatever. It is what it is. So our free throws hit by Walker.
Oh, good backdoor cut.
And that one's just too far inside, but gets their own board is Fultz. Big three attempt there by Maya. Pushes outside. This is Lexi for three, and she hits it.
13-point game. 50 seconds left.
So 16 points for Lampa here as we are under a minute. They're going to say an over and back against the Rails. So there is a quick turnover, and you know, you talk about 13 points, that can evaporate in 48 seconds.
Yes, it can.
So the Rails got to be real smart and real sensible about what they're going to do here. Nice job to go inside, but Hawson waiting for it. Now going to pick up that ball and try to get somewhere with it. She loses the dribble, and that's going to be a turnover. As she catches the line on her last dribble before she tried to pass it over to Walker. Stick with us at the end of the game as we'll take a commercial break, and we'll come back and talk about our 3 stars of the game. Nice job turning inside there by Anderson, and that's going to go out of bounds, and we'll stay with the Wolverines.
Out of bounds possession stays with Wolverines.
Good D by Chloe there.
Lexi gets it inside.
Oh.
This is Maya. Maya drives in, short popper, 17 feet, can't get it to fall, and that's going to be the way of the Rails.
Proctor.
33.4 left.
And Walker to get it in, and does to Hawson. Hawson looking for help back to Walker. Walker going to walk it up. Oh, she slipped there. The floor might be moist. And I was going to say Peeves is going to do something with it, but she gets rid of it. Hawson.
My goodness, run the clock out.
Yes, they will, as they are matched up, and that's going to do it. 10 seconds on the clock. Rails up 13. And Fult's going to sit there and guard, and now just stand there and going to let it go. The Rails will move to 7-1, and the Wolverines will move to 4-2 on the seasons respectively. We're going to take a break. We're going to hear from 3 of our sponsors. We'll be back right after that.
Proctor Pizza and Sub Shop. Proctor Pizza offers baked pizza, unbaked pizza, subs, tacos, wraps, salads, tater tots, nachos, burritos, and more. Proctor's local family business for over 35
Love you, buddy. And back here at the rail yard as we do some teaching, things like that. Your final score, 63-50. The Rails moved to 7-1. The Wolverines moved to 4-2 on an early season. But was a battle that we thought it was going to be until kind of like late there in that second half as they've battled back and the Wolverines really did their part to get into this game.
Yeah, well, I mean, with all the speed that Proctor has, I mean, they finally exerted their will a little bit and they made it really tough on the Lampa girls. So.
Yeah, the law firm of Lampa, and Lampa, they did their part, but just tonight wasn't enough. When a lot of times it is enough with that back home. So let's jump right into our 3 stars, just so we can get these kids home as we get ready for Christmas break here to hit. And our 3rd star, we have a shared 3rd star, so I'm going to let you give yours, and then I'm going to give mine.
Okay, I thought LEPs. Coming in, just played a overall solid game. I can't remember what her falls were, but she, was relatively, the 3 falls, relatively clean and, jumping passes and just being in the right spot and had 12 points. So my 3rd star, LEPs.
And I'm going to give it to Gianna Hansen. First game back. Wasn't full of points or anything, wasn't flashy, but you could see the difference when she was on the floor with a little more added, that little more speed that we have. And then just those boards. Those boards were super important when we and them couldn't get anything to fall. She was getting those boards and giving us those opportunities to either continue on that offensive side or move it into the offensive side.
Exactly. And once she gets rid of on the offensive end, gets rid of that hesitation of what she's doing, because she's getting back in the flow here.
Absolutely.
And, she's going to take off and take this team to another level. So
absolutely, totally agree. So number 2 star, I think we both agree. We went Lexi Lampa.
Yes. If it would have been the first half, no.
Yeah, she had 2 points in the first half, and 3 fouls for the game.
So she ended up with 16. So she was pivotal for them, trying to get back in this game. If it wasn't for her, it would have been a runaway.
Right. We were talking during one of the timeouts that just kind of looking at the depth of the bench, the 2 benches, and looking at the top scorers. And, if it wasn't for the fact that, we had that a little bit of a deeper bench that was scoring, and it doesn't have to be, real one-sided, or just a couple of players that put the bucket in the hole for us, that, it would have been a real different game.
Yeah. I agree.
And then the cool part about this tonight with our 3 stars, Kyle, was that the only one we differed from was on our 3rd star, but we both, without looking at each other's notes, I wrote mine down and then looked at yours, and you had your first 2 down, and we were dead on. And you got to give that number 1 star to Chloe Carlson. Chloe Carlson finishes the game with 1 foul. She had 20 points, and she was 2 of 2 from the stripe.
Right, and I mean, key with hitting her threes. That's really elevates this team when she is on, and also with her steals most of the time. It really takes this team to another level. They're solid all around, but the future Marauder played really well tonight.
Absolutely, totally agree. Well, you got anything else you want to add?
I'm going to Christmas Vacation tomorrow night.
Christmas Vacation, the movie?
Yeah, in the theater.
Where at?
Oh, goodness. I think the Hermantown Theater, I think it is.
Oh, I got to get out there and see that, because there's nothing like seeing that in the movie theater. Back in the day. We will be live again. First off, thank you to our director-producer, the one, the only, Carter Ringo. On our camera was Allison Arpke. Our score widget was Ada Arpke. Our statistician tonight was Angela Sanoka. Hey, at least I could say your last name right. That's a positive. Yeah, I'm getting the dirty look for calling her the wrong first name. And again, another huge thank you to Tanner Hargraves for doing the program tonight for the middle school and band. And thank you to Kyle for being here. We appreciate it. Gives the fans a little more than me to listen to. except for when we're in a track meet,
Yes.
and there's really nowhere for you to
Nowhere,
jump in.
yeah.
But, what we have that. So on behalf of myself, the students, our sponsors, and Kyle, I want to say thank you for stopping by tonight. Remember, we will be back on the air Thursday night, live right here from the Rail Yard, when we will have boys basketball coming your way. Again, we'll be talking about the Wolverines of Rock Ridge. We'll see you then. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.
Let's go, boys.
Mute.
Mute. No, just hit the space bar.